What's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope we're all doing absolutely fine. And today, as usual, we're going to continue with the fourth book of Discourses by Epictetus. And we're going to continue with the first chapter of it. It's fifth part on freedom. So let's get started. How then is the citadel destroyed? Not by fire or sword, but by judgments. For if we pull down the citadel in the city, we have not got rid of the citadel which is held by fever or by fair woman. In a word, the citadel in ourselves, and the tyrants who are within us, who threaten each one of us day by day, now in new forms, now in old. This is the point where we must begin. This is where the citadel must be destroyed and the tyrants cast forth. We must give up our body and all that belongs to it: faculties, property, reputation, offices, honors, children, brothers, friends. All these we must regard as having no concern for us. If the tyrants are cast forth from this, what need is there for me to blockade the outward citadel? What harm does it do to me by standing? Why do I try to cut forth the guards? I feel them no longer, their rods and their spears and swords appointed against others. I was never hindered in my will or compelled against my wish. Nay, how can this be? I have submitted my will to God. He wills that I should have a fever. I will it too. He wills that I should have an impulse. I will it too. He wills that I should will to get a thing. I too will it. He wills that I should get something, and I wish it. He wills that I should not. I wish it no more unwilling than, if he wills it, or to die, or be put on the rack. How can he hinder me any more against my own judgment, or put compulsion on me? I am as safe as Zeus. I act as more cautious travelers do. A man has heard the road is infested by robbers. He does not dare to venture on it alone, but waits for company, a legate, or a quaestor, or a proconsul, and joining him, he passes safely on the road. The prudent man does the same in the world. In the world are many haunts of robbers, tyrants, storms, distresses, chances of losing what is dearest. Where is a man to escape? How is he to go on his way unrobbed? What company is he to wait for that he may pass through in safety? To whom is he to join himself? To this or that rich man or counselor? What is the good of that? A great man himself is trapped, and others mourning and lamentation. What if my fellow traveler turns against me himself to rob me? What am I to do? I will be a friend of Caesar. If I am his companion, no one will do me wrong. But first, how many things must I endure and undergo to become a distinguished person? How often must I suffer robbery? And from how many? And then, if I rise to distinction, even Caesar is mortal. And if some circumstance lead him to become my enemy, where, I ask, is it better for me to retire? To the wilderness? Why does not fever come there? What is to become of me then? It is impossible to find a traveler companion who is safe, trustworthy, strong, proof against attack. Of this he reflects and comes to understand that if he attaches himself to God, he will pass through the world in safety. What do you mean by attach himself? That what God wills, he may will too, and what God wills not, he may not will either. How then is this to be done? How else but by examining the purposes of God and his governance of the world? What has he given me to be my own and independent? What has he reserved for himself? Has he given me all that lies within the sphere of my choice and has put it in my hands unfettered, unhindered. How could he make my clay body free from hindrance, my property, my chattels, my honor, my children, my wife? He made subject to the revolution of the universe. Why then do I fight against God? Why do I will what is not for me to will? What is not given me to hold out under all conditions, but to hold only as it is given, and so far as it is given. Suppose he that gave takes away. Why then do I resist? I shall not merely be silly. If I try to compel him that is stronger, first of all, I shall be doing wrong. Whence did I bring what I have into the world? My Father gave them me. And who gave them him? Who is it that has made the sun and the fruits of the earth and the seasons and the union and fellowship of man with one another? You have received everything, nay, your very self from another, and yet you complain and blame the giver if he takes anything away from you. Who are you, and for what have you come? Did not he bring you into the world? Did not he show you the light? Has he not given you fellow workers? Has he not given you senses too, and reason? And in what character did he bring you into life? Was it not as a mortal, one who should live upon earth with his little portion of flesh and behold God's governance, and share for a little while his pageant and his festival? Will I not then look at the pageant and festival gathering as long as it is given you, and then, when God leads you forth, go away with an obeisance to him and thanksgiving for what you have heard and seen? No, I wanted to go on feasting. Yes, those at the mysteries too want to go on with the ceremony, and those at Olympia to see fresh competitors. But the festival is at an end. Leave it and depart in a thankful and modest spirit. Make room for others. Others must come into being, even as you did, and being born must have room and dwellings and necessaries. But if the first corners do not retire, what is left for them? Why will nothing satisfy or content you? Why do you crowd the world's room? Yes, but I want my wife and my children to be with me. Are they yours? Are they not his who gave them? Are they not his who has made you? Will you not give up what is not yours and give way to him who is stronger than you? Why then did he bring me into the world on these terms? Depart, if it does not suit you. God has no need of a querulous spectator. He needs men who join the feast, and in the dance, ready to applaud and glorify and praise the festival. But the impatient and miserable he will gladly see left outside the festival, for even when they were there, they did not behave as at a festival, nor fill the place appropriate to them, but were peevish and complained of fate and fortune and their company, insensible to fortune's gifts and to their own faculties, which they have received for just the opposite, a great heart, a noble spirit, and the very freedom we are now in search of. For what then have I received these gifts? To use them. For how long? Just so long as he who lent them wills. But what if they are necessary for me? Do not set your heart on them, and they will not be. Do not tell yourself that they are necessary, and they are not. Alright, guys, we've done with the next part. It's a long chapter, right? And as usual, we're gonna continue tomorrow. So thank you for joining me today in this video. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Bye.